Hello, we are Group D, and today we're going to present our lesson plan with the topic Are You Hungry?, in which we emphasize the vocabulary about fruits. The educational level that we choose today is for grade A1.1, and the objective of this lesson plan is naming fruits by using realia. So we are going to start with the warm-up, in which at the beginning of the lesson, the teacher plays a fun and short song called Are You Hungry? So students listen, sing along, and perform simple gestures such as thumbs up or thumbs down to show yes or no. So these movements help the students to connect meaning to the words in the song and actively engage them from the start. So what materials will be used? An audio device such as a phone, speaker, or computer, and a projector or a screen, but that depends on what we have in the classroom. And of course, the song Are You Hungry? So what is the objective of this warm-up? The goal of this warm-up is to activate the students' prior knowledge related to food, vocabulary, and to set a playful and relaxed atmosphere for the students. So it helps the students feel comfortable using simple expressions like yes or no, while reinforcing listening and comprehension through music and gestures. So this prepares them for the main activity in an engaging and dynamic way.
In this part of the classroom, teacher will show a bot. In this case, we decide to call the bot Magic Bot with real fruit or plastic toy inside. Students go to the front and take a fruit from the box, and they say whether they like or not like. For example, if they put out a banana, they say if the fruit is good for them. For example, if good for them, they say I like bananas. But if fruit is not good at all, they say I don't like bananas.
We have the last activity where the students have to make a conversation. So first, the teacher will provide an example to the students according to the last activity. So as we can see here, we have the question, what fruit do you like? And the answer, I like apples or I like bananas. So after that, they are going to make groups, and they are going to make that simple conversation, and in that way they will be able to use the vocabulary they have learned before. And that is the whole class, and we can continue with the next part
of our pedagogical justification with the first question, that is, why did you choose this activity for each phase? In that case, is the part of warm-up activity. First of all, I would like to say that when we create a lesson plan, we have to include different type of activities according to the target or level of the students in order to develop their skills in a good way. For that reason, we decided to choose this activity in our warm-up, because this type of activities like songs, games, etc. help students to understand the class, and also it is a good way to motivate our students to continue learning the topic. It is also important to know that in a warm-up, we have to include all those activities that catch the attention of our students, because it's the best way in which we could work with them and support their learning process.
This activity because it suits or can be adapted according to the student's level, okay, and supports natural language learning, okay. Using a magic bus with real or toys, fruits, sparks the students' curiosity, and pure vocabulary about vegetables and fruits, okay, in a playful way, okay. So during the practice, students can also implement the grammar, okay, and repeat simple structures like I don't like or I like, according to their real likes, okay. So it is like an spontaneous practice because students can learning according to their real life context.
The reason why we chose this closing activity is mainly because we wanted our students to practice in real conversations, asking and answering questions such as what fruits do you like, and using the same structures that they learned in the previous activities. Also, we wanted to promote that interaction working in pairs, which encourages the student-to-student conversation and increases the speaking opportunities. On the other hand, we also wanted to build some confidence when the teacher provides an example and the teacher works as a model, because it motivates students or makes students feel safer to try and speak on their own. And on the other hand, we also have the use of vocabulary in context in this case, because they will practice fruit vocabulary and the name of these fruits, and they would ask questions and they would answer the question. So they will put these fruit vocabulary into a context.
How does our activity develop the target skill? In this case, our target skill is the speaking skill. Our activity tries to create a space where students feel confident of speaking using a vocabulary that they already know or they are familiar with. This is the case of fruits. Now, to these fruits, we add a grammar that is also used to them. Like it's, do you like? I don't like. This grammar is meaningful, as I said, and can be adapted to speakers for a very low level. So we reach this target skill in this way.
One of the most important benefits, they use the real materials. An example, the use of the fruit of the teaching material offers significant benefits such in parenting, in educational peace, and communication. It allows the student to learning the completed through the sensory experience, stimulates their senses, and developing cognitive and language skills.
In our lesson plan, all the activities are not just fun, because it is strategically powerful. Warm-up, development, enclosure, enhance vocabulary, listening, speaking, and memory. Students will discover all real-world communicative benefits and communicative habits in an interactive way.